So basically we have, all right. So what I've already done with here is I've kind of separated a couple of the um, rooms out. So I'm just gonna try and pull them out best I can. And then like, I'm pretty sure that's a chunk. Saloon lounge is definitely its own chunk. By the looks of it, along with a couple other things like this should not belong here. I don't know what that's doing here. So, yeah. Yeah, the smoke was an afterthought. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a folder here of all of the rooms that I want to be included in my chunk loading rooms. So I'm just gonna rename this to GSC and then just to make conventions easier, I'm gonna name this Saloon Lounge. And then I'm gonna try to keep picking apart here other rooms that I can include in our chunk load. And given that, I think that's what I want my chunks to be. So we're gonna go ahead here and we are going to take all of these and reclassify them to models. This makes them easier to move in and out of rep storage. So we're gonna now move these back into the ship. We'll make a new folder in our workspace called chunks. I'm going to insert a new part. And we are going to start off with B cabins. We are going to take the name of this. And we're going to take this. And we're going to take the part, the position of this, paste it in here. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to take this part and I'm going to scale it so that it reaches every part of this B cabins area that should be rendered while it's chunked. So I'm going to move it right about here, as that'll be a start of the grand staircase chunk. And move it about here. What's up? Yes, I am recording. I'm going to make this transparency 1, and I'm going to anchor it. So this is chunk A, B cabins. Actually, I'll just leave it like that for now. Next up is going to be Guest's Lounge, which people cry about and never forgive me for having him make, unfortunately. Perfect. All I'm going to do now is throw these in rep storage. And set all these to 1. And can collide false. So now that we can do that, and make our first script in replicated storage. Function module run BLR. We're going to first mention this is going to be our chunk loader script. Yay. Going to make local room list. Go script parent.rooms folder. Active chunks. This is where all active chunks will go. Local a chunks equals workspace dot active chunks local equal chunks. Okay. So now we're going to use a little trick of mine, which is going to be called, so So we're gonna use game run service here. So local rs equals game get service run service. So rs dot heartbeat connect function. Yeah. So local location equals workspace get parts and part. UR dot character dot humanoid root part. And then for our overlap params, I do have to look this up because I learned this recently, so give me a hot second. Overlap params. Overlap params. So you like even uh, so we're gonna do local op equals overlap params dot new, and then inside of it, we'll keep it like that. Op dot filter descendants instances equals it's an array, so all we have to do is just do chunk base get children. P. So what this should do here is it should return all of the chunks that our player is currently in at one given time. And what we'll do here is local current chunk equals nil. So for kv and location, do actually this is way to start up this if number of location equals 0, then current chunk equals nil. Just to make sure things are right. Or kv and I just use k and v, they're just regular things for kv and a chunks get children do v dot clear equals room storage. Kv and location. And then to make sure it doesn't return anything else, we'll just do return. kv and location do if v I'm blanking right now. This is bad. Is the hole made in Blender? No, it's not. The hole for this is not made in Blender. If actually, we're gonna do some local found false. We're doing a lot of loops here. We want to make sure that if we're still in the same chunk, we don't run the rest of the code. So v equals current chunk, then found old chunk equals true, and return. We don't even need this because I can just return the function. AV in location again. Do if b dot name equals no, we need a different one here. Active chunks. B dot name. Although I think what I might do is I'm having to remember this, to be honest with you. You don't need this. Uh, I'm blanking really hard right now. This is what a coder has to experience when programming something. Hold on. I have to think right now. I have to think. See, I don't have access to my old code from NRPA, so I can't go look at it again. I have to come up with this again on the dot. So I want to make a table local chunks need loaded. Surrounding chunks equals workspace get parts and part. Um, VOP surrounding chunks. Okay, so that'll get us a list of all the surrounding chunks. So that's actually really simple. Now we can just run two loops. For K, now we need to do X and chunk base. No. A chunks get children do if table dot find surrounding chunks X. No, because that returns an instance. Never mind. Okay. I need to run another loop. A lot of loops. A lot of loops. And we'll name this one C. And surrounding chunks do if C dot name equals X dot name, then wait, hold on. I feel really embarrassed right now. Surrounding chunks. Surrounding chunks will get parts and parts. So this gets us a list of all the chunks that need loaded. So we want to go into the active chunks and check if this one's good. Is good equals false. Is good equals true, and then break. If is good equals false, then no, x dot parent equals room storage. Kind of do the same thing here. Is good equals just room storage get children surrounding chunks too. We might not. Then we just do x.parent equals room storage. And then to make sure this runs as a client side only, all we have to do is make a local script in here. Require game.replicated storage dot chunk loader script run game.players.local player, and we'll call this start the chunk loading. Let's see if it works. And I'm gonna bet you there's gonna be an error. Ah! Yes. That's fine. So if we're gonna check now, we see that our structure is missing a lot of things. But that's okay. Because I can come in here, I can click this button. Maybe not. Or we might be stuck here, chat. We're just gonna go ahead and delete this. We're chilling, we're chilling. We'll come inside. Serious right now? Okay, so just what I thought, it does not work. Hilarious! Who would have known? I'm actually going to put a little bit of a weight on this just so the player's character loads in. So here's what we do to debug this. We can just warn location. Because you know there's a chunk that's associated with this tier. I can just plot myself down here. So this thing will just start spamming numbers in here, or hopefully spamming zero tables. But we'll come back in here and we'll check to see what's in here. Maybe that's why. Was enum dot raycast filter type dot include. Let's try that. I think by default it defaults to exclude. So yeah, these tables are new, and then if I come in here, it spawns in with something, but nothing else happens, which is fine. We have Saloon Lounge. All right, we got somewhere, we got somewhere. So let's warn surrounding chunks. So now they know that this works. See if it works now. Guest, I can probably get you a photo of Oceanics engine base. Ah, so here's the problem. Oh, no, it works. GSC. Okay, buddy, so why aren't you loading it then? Oh, that's what's happening. A chunks. Trust me, guys, it'll work now. Two, three, four, five. So, Chad, it doesn't work. I got you. I got you. Oh, I got you. Table dot insert surrounding chunks and current chunk. That's what's happening. So it actually loaded the grand staircase, but it didn't load the lounge. See, now it loads. I'll come down here, and then all of a sudden it loads this just fine. Ta-da! I'll come in here, and now, see, now that unloads. See? Hello, bitch, open. Aww, it's a broken script. Loads, it works. I think it's just on a different, probably server side. Obviously, it's not the best. What's happening is just, how do I explain it? Yeah, it's just a low quality game. See, look, nothing's here, nothing's here. We'll come back there in a little bit. Not that I have beef with the owner. Why can't I get back there, bro? I'm actually so mad. But there you go. That's how you make a working chunk loading system. It is just not working because the groups here are weird. That's what's happening. Sure. Sure. No, I know what the owner of the other game sounds like, so yeah, there it's difficult. But yeah, guys, that's how you make a working chunk loader. Yay! Now I have to go edit this video in Premiere Pro.